Let's install Java 25 on Windows 11. By the end of this lesson, we'll have JDK 25 installed in our system, Java home variable properly set, verified, and we'll run a very simple Java program using this newly installed Java 25. So to start with, in your browser, search for download Oracle Java. Here you can notice this particular link from Oracle's website, which is saying Java downloads. Click over there, scroll down. At this point of time, it is displaying three different Java versions, Java 26, 25, and 21. We are interested in JDK 25. Click on this. If I scroll down, we have different distributions for Linux, macOS, and Windows. I'm selecting Windows. We have three different variations: compressed archive, the zip file, installer, and the MSI installer. This time I select this one, x64 installer. Clicking on this, it's getting downloaded. In the download page, we saw at this point of time, there are three JDK versions, 21, 25, 26. 21 is the previous long-term support or LTS release. It's still everywhere in production. 26, on the other hand, at this point of time, is the newest, but a short-term release. 25 is the current LTS, stable one, and it would be supported for years. And this is the one we are going to install. One small note before we start the installation, that is JDK versus JRE. The JRE can only run the Java program, whereas JDK, that is the Java development kit, it can compile your Java code and run as well. And this basically includes the JRE itself, the runtime. So to write and run your own code, you want the JDK. So when we say we are installing Java 25, we are basically installing JDK 25. Now I'm back at the download page, going to my downloads folder. The exe is downloaded. Let me double click on top of this, prepare it to install, click next. It's showing the default installation path. We can keep it as is and proceed, but generally what I do, I keep it inside a custom directory. Let me show you that. So this is my custom directory, all underscore softwares inside C drive. I copy this path, going back over here, clicking on change, and I keep this Java and JDK as is and change this part at the beginning. Now click on OK. Click next. Now this installation is in progress. It would take a while. Once it is complete, I'll resume the recording. JDK 25 is now successfully installed. Click on close. Now we need to set the Java home variable. So this is my directory. Inside I have Java, and now this is the JDK directory, JDK 25.0.3. Going inside this, copying the path, pressing my Windows button. I'm typing edit, clicking on this edit the system environment variables. Click on environment variables, click new. I'm setting the variable name as Java underscore home. Variable value would be the path of the JDK. Click on OK. Now the variable is defined. We need to add it to the path. So this is my path variable. Clicking on edit, edit text, click OK, press home button to go to the beginning. If you see this particular thing, this Java path, it is basically added by Oracle at the very beginning. Now what Windows does, it uses the Java path variable at the beginning. So either we need to remove it or put our Java home entry at the very beginning. So what I'll do over here, I'll get rid of this because I don't need it, and you remove it very carefully so that you don't tamper the path variable. So what I am adding over here, percentage Java underscore home percentage slash bin and then semicolon. So be very careful. If you are adding at the beginning after your entry, the semicolon should be there. Click on OK, click OK again, opening a command prompt. So first thing, I'm going to check whether my Java home variable, path variable are properly set or not. So running this echo percentage Java underscore home percentage, it's showing the correct value. Same way, I'm going to print the path variable over here, echo percentage path percentage. We can see at the very beginning, this Java home variable is replaced by the actual value. So my path is correct. Now I'm going to run Java -version. So I check Java is installed correctly. I'm also checking the Java C over here so that I don't face any issue in the compilation. This is also showing version 25. So we are good. Now using Java 25, we are going to compile a very simple program and run that. Inside a custom directory, I'm going to create a Java file over here, say hello.java. Click yes. Right click on this. I'm editing this with Notepad++. Any text editor would work. So you have a simple class hello. Inside main, we are printing hello, comma, Java 25. So from command line, I'm going to this location, compiling this with javac hello.java. It got compiled. Inside the directory, you can see this hello class. Now let me run this Java hello. It ran successfully. So it's working as expected. Now the Java code has run and compiled successfully. So we are done with the JDK 25 installation. But apart from installation, one small but important update I want to share with you, which is related to Java 25. This is regarding JEP 512, which we are going to use, which is officially titled as compact source files and instance main methods. This JEP or JDK enhancement proposal was finalized in Java 25. JEP 512 has two code language changes. First, compact source file that lets you omit the explicit class declaration. Second, you can have instance main method where you can just write void main without having the public static or the string array for arguments. It also adds a java.lang.io class for basic console input and output. And this IO package is available in Java Lang. So as a result, if you compare, earlier our code was like this one. Now, no class wrapper, no public static, no command line argument array. You can still use system.out.println, but i.println is a lot simpler. Now, let us test this out. First thing, we are going to remove this class file, go back to the code and change this code with this one. We have removed the class now. Going back to the command line, I don't need to run javac hello.java. I can run java hello.java. And here we get the same output. So there is no separate javac step required, and this run does not leave any new hello.class in the folder. Let me show you that. You can see over here, there is no .class file generated. So that's it. JDK 25 is installed, Java home and path variable are set properly. We verified Java and javac, and we ran a very simple program but using the Java 25 way. If you find this lesson useful, please like this video and subscribe to this channel. You can also press the bell icon to get notified automatically whenever I upload any new lesson. If you like my teaching style, you can have a glimpse of few of my courses as well. I have my Java 21 features deep dive course, which covers multiple topics like virtual threads, structured concurrency, sequence collection, pattern matching, and many more. And more importantly, it has multiple realistic scenario-based Spring Boot demos which uses different Java 21 features. You can also check my IntelliJ IDEA tips and tricks course. It covers a wide variety of topics, starting from different shortcuts, live templates, refactoring, searching, code generation, and many other features which are pretty handy when we use IntelliJ IDEA on daily basis. When it comes to debugging, I have a full-fledged course on Java debugging with IntelliJ IDEA. Here we start with the basics like breakpoint and watches. Then we learn how to utilize the different debugging related features available within the IntelliJ IDEA, whether it is Spring Boot debugging, remote debugging, multi-thread debugging, debugging in AWS Cloud, Azure, or GCP. All the courses that we discuss, I'll add their link in the description. Along with that, I'll add the link of my entire course catalog in the description as well. This catalog contains many courses like Java Virtual Thread and Structured Concurrency with Spring Boot, integration testing with Test Container using Java and Spring Boot, complete GitHub Desktop Guide, Java debugging courses using Eclipse, IntelliJ IDEA, VS Code, Python debugging courses using PyCharm IDE, VS Code, and many more. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next lesson.